All right, how are we doing today, everyone? Want to jump in today, and we are going to talk about accountability because uh, I had someone will come up to me the other day and wondering about how I stay accountable and hold myself accountable a lot of times, and how they can do it too. So I'm going to share some things that just a couple like 3 tips. I'll probably make this a quicker video. Don't need to dive too deep into it, but just some tips that work for me. Will these work for you? I don't know, maybe not, but it might be useful. Again, everyone's different. We all have our own style, our own way of doing things, but these are just 3 things that I have found have helped me. So maybe you can take them, adapt them, modify them. Same with training. Take things you see me do, adapt it, modify it to your life. But so accountability. So the simplest, easiest way I think is just make it a priority and set reminders. So my favorite way of doing this is a calendar. So my Google Calendar, I put everything in it from. Okay, so let's kind of run through the stuff I had on my day to day. I'd share my screen, but nothing special to look at anyway. So I had boom, train right away in the morning. That's the first thing. Train. Even though I had a crappy night's sleep, I still trained. Then it was call the insurance agency. So I just had a frustrating last month or so of dealing with trying to figure out insurance for getting my home gym insured because no home insurance wants to apparently uh, insure a home and then a home-based training business because they think it's dangerous, even though it's probably more controlled and safer than a lot of other things. But anyway, finally got that figured out. So I had to call them and tell them I would be able to make it later this afternoon. So then I had on my schedule, boom, I had sub at Greenwood. Boom, then I had pay my credit card. I had eat lunch. I had eat dinner. So I schedule have create this YouTube video, have this on there, the content. So I have everything on there that I need to do. It helps me forget, or it helps me not forget. Do I always stick to it 100% of the time? No. Life gets in the way. I make decisions to not do stuff. That's usually what it is. Or push things back, push the non-important things back, or something more important pops up. Like yesterday, I had a lady reach out about training her son. So we had just went back and forth, texting, going over it. Great conversation, that type of stuff. But so that pushed some other things off to today. So again, things change, but having them on a schedule, I think, helps me stay on top of it and remember. Because I have an awful memory. Like I'll say, oh, I need to go out to the kitchen to do something. Then when I get out to the kitchen, I forget what I was going in the kitchen for. That's that type of thing. But again, so make reminders. It might not be a calendar. Maybe it's this thing, putting a reminder on your phone. I do that too. My calendar things pop up or whatnot, like it says down there at the bottom. That's one of the very few notifications. I hate notifications, so I don't have a lot of notifications. I turn them all off my phone just because I'm sick of, I get stuck and sucked into this thing, like I'm sure you do too, and addicted to it. So I don't like to be on my phone as much as possible. I try to avoid it. Trying to get better at that, working at that. That's another thing. But we don't realize how addicted we are to them. But setting reminders on your phone, little buzzers, whether it's to get up and walk, or to drink water, or to do your taxes, or get your training in. So if it's important to you, prioritize it. Put it on your schedule, whatever your schedule looks like. Maybe it's Post-it notes. Maybe you're old school like that. I do that sometimes too. Or the calendar I have in my kitchen, like the whiteboard calendar, or on your fridge, on a magnet, or whatever it is. Find something that helps you and reminds you. Like if it's important, you're going to do it, put it on your schedule. Schedule it out. I've found that is a great way to help hold yourself accountable. Maybe it's some sort of app or something like that. But again, I am trying to get off the phone as much as possible. You're making videos, as much content as I make. I get sick of being on the phone. I wish there was like a easier way to do it. Just say like, boom. Maybe it's I figure out AI and tell it, oh, make my content. But then that's not me. That's not authentically me. But putting things on a schedule, making it a priority. If it's a priority, get it on a schedule. I think that can be a helpful way. Another way would be like get an accountability buddy or whatever you want to call it, a friend that is going to hold you accountable, whether they have to call you each day, text you each day, send you an email, whatever, to get on it. Or maybe you have a group chat or a group like a Facebook group or some sort of Discord or something, some sort of group chat thing that you get on and have someone hold you accountable, or a couple people hold each other accountable. That can be a way, because I think most people are not very accountable for themselves. We don't blame ourselves for our issues. We blame other people, and that's a big problem. It's your fault. You're not in shape. It's your fault you have no energy. It's your fault you're overweight. It's your fault you're not where you are in your career. It's your fault you're failing at school. All these things, you control a lot of that stuff. Even the stuff you don't necessarily control, you can still take responsibility for that, take accountability for that. And having someone there to check in and make sure you're getting your stuff done and hold each other, not hold each other's hands, but push each other and kind of make sure you're doing your best. And it's someone that wants the best for you, not some friend who just doesn't even care, because those people you don't need them in your life anyway. If they don't really want, if they're just negative and stuff like that. So finding someone who is going to help hold you accountable, I think that can help. And if it's a friend, a buddy, a family member, a teammate, that can be great. But the other way to do it is to pay for it, to hire a coach. Yes, there are bad coaches. I've worked with plenty of them that don't help hold you accountable, or they blame everything on you. And yes, to be honest, as your coach, I would tell you it is your responsibility to take accountability and responsibility for your actions and what you do. But ultimately, it's my fault. It's my responsibility. You are my responsibility when I work with you, to make sure I get you all the information. I do what I can to help you, but I can't actually do the work for you. You have to do that. I can't train for you. I train for myself. I can't necessarily make you train, but it's my responsibility to take the blame when you don't succeed, even though you should also be taking a lot of that blame and accountability. But having a coach can hold you accountable. Not there just to hold your hand. They're there to push you, to show you new things, to give you problems so you can solve those problems. Not to tell you all the answers, because that's not going to really help you. That's just giving you everything and not actually coaching. Good coaches teach and they show and they hope to help you develop the habits you need to live your best life. And that goes by showing it and not just telling you, oh, here's exactly how to do this, because that way might not work for you. And if you know how to do it, it's not as effective as if you kind of learn. Maybe that coach gives you some certain pointers, some ways to move, or gives you the problem. Like I said, they tell you to jump over the hurdle, but you're going to jump over it a different way than someone else who jumps easy or whatnot, who makes it look easy, who's more athletic. You're going to have to use your body and learn how your body moves. And that's what I think a good coach does. But holding you responsible, holding you accountable, checking in on you, whether it's a weekly check-in or a coaching call, or just having an app like we use the app here, where it has how often you're getting your stuff done. Like, did you miss your sessions? It'll send you reminders, those types of things. Just to make sure you're getting stuff done, what needs to be done, make sure it's important. And a good coach will help you to figure out what's important and prioritize things and not throw everything at you at once and work at your speed and your progress, but not allow you to give up and fail on yourself. They're there to help push you and show you again, teach you what needs to be done so you can take these things and use them for the rest of your life. So, in paying, a lot of times helps because you're putting money into it. And whereas if it's free, a lot of times you take it for granted. You don't use it. How often do you get some free giveaway from, I don't know, some event you go to, some work event, and they're giving all these keychains and little bags and magnets and stress balls or whatever you give away now, stickers, that stuff. You never use it. Or you get a free program, download a free program like my free program, my free spine mobility program. You download it, but do you ever do it? A lot of times you don't do that free stuff. You don't use the free stuff because you just take it. Oh, look at that free thing. I'm going to go take advantage of it. And then you just gets thrown in a pile of junk or lost in the file folders on your computer or whatnot. So we take a lot of free for granted. But if you're paying for something, you're paying for a coach, a lot of times that can hold you accountable. Investing that money, putting that money into it, putting that skin in the game, that can help hold you accountable because you don't want to waste the money you're spending. You want that money to pay off and show your results. So, yeah, like I said, I'll keep it quick today. About 11 minutes going on here now. And that is the three tips I think that can help you hopefully be more accountable, hold yourself accountable, and stay on track, stay consistent in achieving your goals. Again, we're talking mainly like fitness, getting in shape, building that lean, athletic, muscular body. But you can take these things and do them for anything: your work, your career, your finances, your saving up for going on a vacation, or whatever, not overspending your finances, that type of stuff, or school, or kids, or whatever. You can use this stuff, prioritize things, put the things on your schedule. You can get a coach for everything. Do I think you need a coach for everything? No. Again, especially if you're a responsible person and starts taking action and starts holding yourself accountable. Start with that prioritizing, that scheduling things out, putting important things on your schedule. See how that goes. And then, get accountability buddy, then invest in a coach or whatever you think you need. And we're all different situations. But those are just 3 things that have helped me. I've prioritized schedule. I've worked with coaches. I've had people who've held me accountable, being in groups and things like that. But again, find what works for you, and hopefully one of these might help. Modify it, fit it to your life, fit it to how you work, and hopefully it helps you build that lean athletic body. So again, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below or send me an email, trevor@tagpn.com, and we will talk to you again soon.